The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Coming up on the DrumBeat,
TJC welcomes new police chief.
Dr. Hill is professor by day and taekwondo instructor by night.
All this and more coming up next.
From Studio 203 in Potter Hall on the campus of Tyler Junior College, this is the DrumBeat.
Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Taylor Talent.
And I'm Cecilia Cole.
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, TJC held their second annual Pink Out Pep Rally. Jonathan Figueroa brings us this story.
Every year, more than 200,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. This is the leading cause of death for women who are 40 to 55 years old. TJC hosted the second annual Pink Out Pep Rally to celebrate those that have survived.
Well, it is our last home game, and so we want to celebrate all of our spirit teams and athletes, but as well as recognizing those survivors that we have on campus. You know, there's a lot of people that are affected. Obviously, I think it's 1 in 8. So most people are affected in some way, whether it's a mother or a friend, or even men get it. So we want to just bring awareness and, of course, celebrate those lives that, those people that have survived.
The diagnosis of cancer is a family experience, and it changes the lives of all of its members. Everyone may experience different concerns and issues depending on their age and family role.
When it's someone close to you, you're like, oh, this is completely different now. This is what it's going to be like. And it's hard for them because they're going through it and you can't relate. And it's hard for you because you can't relate, but you can tell that it's not fun and you want to help them, but you don't always know how. So it would be important to spread awareness so you know how to, if you need to schedule an appointment, if there's a possibility you could have it, if you do have it, to know to look into it.
I'm Jonathan Figueroa for the DrumBeat.
For more information, visit www.uthealtheasttexas.com.
Members of the LGBTQ community held a Q&A on campus to highlight a documentary. Cornelius Fields gives us more details.
On October 18th, Tyler Junior College hosted Fish Out of Water, a documentary exploring the impassioned relationship between homosexuality and the Bible.
And I think that so often people let the myths or the rumors, and we all kind of know how the game telephone is played, that you whisper something in somebody's ear and they keep whispering it to their neighbor and then it turns out to be something totally different. I kind of think that's how the relationship between the church and the LGBT community has gone, that some of the rumor mill has just expanded and expanded over the years, that a lot of those myths are taken to be true, and a lot of people in religious settings and churches don't even believe that you can be Christian and be a member of the LGBTQ community.
The movie was followed by a discussion and a Q&A led by advocates in the local LGBTQ community.
They, them pronouns, or try to navigate that, with someone personally in their life.
And there's not a whole lot of representation and voices, from trans women like myself and in this area. So it's just something that, if it allows me to be able to help and educate people who may not know quite, what I've learned over this time, and may not have ever had and been in a position where they would learn my kind of experiences, then I think it's really valuable for us as a community as a whole for me to be able to speak to those.
This is Cornelius Fields of the DrumBeat.
Coming up after the break, kicking cancer to the curb with Dr. Hill.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the DrumBeat.
Dr. Demetrius Hill, Dean of Academic Success and Math Professor, is the owner of 2 taekwondo studios. He hosted a fundraiser to bring awareness to cancer. Adam Palacios gives us more details.
We work with students who are typically developing, but we also work with students who have special needs. Taekwondo is unique in that they are able to work in a group with other students, but they work on an individual pace, and so we're able to accelerate them on their pace. I've been given so much as a martial artist. I've had so many people pour into me, and so I'm just going to continue to do that by giving up myself and my time. Soft skills are the ability to make eye contact or to relate to people, and so really the social side of being able to participate in a work environment. We do that in martial arts, and I hope to be able to help students with those skills so that they can be successful when they go into life. It teaches them how to engage with others, and they take those skills outside the dojo and they carry it to them to all areas of life. Our main mission is to be able to affect the ones that we can actually get. So we try to keep the financial barriers to training low so that the people who really need it can access it. We want them to train physically so that they can defend themselves and protect other people, but really we want to build them mentally so that they can avoid fights. And what I find with our students is that as they prove themselves in the dojo, they prove themselves to themselves through testing, through competing in tournaments. They don't have to prove anything to anybody else.
We are giving them self-esteem, confidence, the ability to love themselves, and the ability to look outside of themselves and try to help others. We try to teach them discipline, self-respect, self-esteem, in addition to kicking and punching. The Taekwondo is kind of just the carrot, if you will. And then once they get in it and they get involved, they realize that, you know what, a kick is just a kick and a punch is just a punch. But the discipline, the self-respect, the integrity, that will stick with them for the rest of their lives. The fundraiser here is supposed to benefit, we like to call it Kick Cancer to the Curb. Here again, it's just one of those ways we encourage our students to look beyond themselves. Also, cancer has affected so many people in so many ways, whether it be your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your sister, or your father, your uncle, your grandfather. So to raise awareness, to get them to A, get tested, get screened often, take care of yourself, eat healthy, try to create an environment where cancer doesn't grow as much as you possibly can.
The Song of Martial Arts Academy invites anyone to join. This is a great way to get community and service hours while also making an impact in the community. For more information, visit www.atasma.com.
We'll be right back after the break.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day, more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education.
Learn more at hsf.net.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to the show.
TJC welcomes its newest staff to campus faculty. On October 1st, Michael Seal, formerly of UT Tyler's Police Department, has now transferred to TJC, assuming the role as Campus Security Police Chief. Chief Seal believes that the policies pertaining to campus security are outdated and in desperate need of change. His two largest concerns are how the department has handled racial profiling and the use of force in the past. In an attempt to have more community involvement, the TJC Police Department also plans to have a trick-or-treat with the police on October 31st. For students who are unaware, early voting has started in the state of Texas for midterm and state elections. You have until November 6th to cast your ballot.
If you are still unsure of the who's, hows, and where's, you can visit vote.org or go to thedrumbeat.com. Thank you for joining us today.
Remember that you can find more news at thedrumbeat.com.
The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.